High credit scores can ease the pain by enabling you to receive lower interest rates and lower monthly payments. For instance, a borrower with a fair credit score of 620 would typically be approved for a 30-year fixed-rate conforming loan at an average mortgage rate of 8.284%. A $350,000 loan would have a $2,638 monthly payment. A borrower with an excellent score of 740, on the other hand, would be eligible for an average rate of 7.12% and pay $281 less each month. You can raise your credit score if it's low, but it won't happen immediately. You'll need to be patient and give it some time. These 7 steps will put you on the right path if you want to raise that score but don't know where to begin. Using your credit score, lenders can determine whether you pose a high or low risk for default. The scores created by the 3 major credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, will range from 300 to 850 for both FICO and VantageScore. A score of 700 is considered good. The better your credit score, the better interest rates and terms you'll be offered by lenders. In this video, we will discuss how to improve your credit score. So before we start, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon to be notified of future uploads. Let's get started. Number 1. Pay your bills on time. Payment history is the most important factor for both your FICO and VantageScore, according to Experian. A track record of on-time payments is a good sign to a lender that you'll manage your debt responsibly moving forward. According to credit expert John Olsheimer, formerly of FICO and Equifax, you want to avoid things like late payments, defaults, repossessions, foreclosures, and third-party collections. Additionally, declaring bankruptcy is a terrible idea because your credit score will be harmed by anything that suggests you won't be fulfilling your obligations. Number 2. Keep your credit utilization rate low. Check your balances against your credit limit to make sure you aren't using all of your available credit, which can be a sign of risk. Olsheimer suggests aiming for a 10% utilization rate. Your scores are definitely going to suffer, he says. The higher that ratio, the fewer points you're going to earn in that category. In fact, people who have the highest average FICO scores have a utilization of 7%. Your utilization rate may be impacted by the day your credit card company submits its report to the credit bureaus. Olsheimer notes that FICO's scoring methodologies do not distinguish between individuals who pay their monthly balance in full and those who carry a balance. Your score is determined by your utilization rate at the time your issuer reports. However, VantageScore does take into account whether you make a full payment or carry a balance from month to month. If you struggle with high balances and increasing interest payments on your cards, think about consolidating with a credit card that offers a 0% introductory rate balance transfer. But be sure to understand when and by how much the rate will rise. Number 3. Leave old accounts open. You might be eager to have all traces of student debt or an auto loan removed from your record once you've managed to pay them off. But if your payments were made on time and in full, those debt records might even raise your credit score. The same is true for your credit card accounts. According to Nancy Bistritz-Balkin, Vice President of Communications and Consumer Education at Equifax, an account that's paid in full is a good thing, however. Closing an account isn't something that consumers should automatically do in the hopes that it will positively impact their credit score. Lenders and creditors look for responsible habits, such as having an account with a long history and a solid track record of paying bills on time every time. Since you will now have a lower maximum credit limit, closing a credit card account can actually lower your credit score. Your utilization ratio will increase if you continue to have outstanding balances on other credit cards or loans. You're better off keeping the card with a $0 balance. Bad debts that may have a negative impact on your credit score are gradually eliminated automatically. Olsheimer claims that while late payments and other delinquencies like collections, repossessions, foreclosures, and settlements remain on your report for 7 years, bankruptcies can only remain on it for 10 years. Your likelihood of approval is negatively impacted by a low credit score, which can also increase your interest rate. By finding and disputing errors in your report, credit repair professionals can assist you in raising your credit score. Number 4. take advantage of score-boosting programs. The number of accounts you have and the average age of those accounts both play significant roles in determining your credit score, which can disadvantage those with short credit histories. Programs like Experian Boost and UltraFICO enable customers to strengthen a weak credit profile with additional financial data. Once you've chosen to use Experian Boost, you can link your online banking information and authorize the credit bureau to include payment histories for your phone and utility bills in your report. When determining your score, UltraFICO gives you the option to permit the use of your banking information, such as checking and savings accounts. Number 5. Only apply for the credit you need. Every time you apply for a new line of credit, a hard inquiry is pulled on your report. This type of inquiry lowers your score temporarily. Applying just to see if you get approved or because you received a pre-qualified offer of credit is not a good idea. The drop will be minimal if there is only one hard credit pull. Hard inquiries, on the other hand, might be a sign to lenders that you are taking on too much debt. A TransUnion representative stated that a hard credit pull's effects on your score can last up to 12 months. If you do need to apply for new credit, make sure you're a good candidate by researching your chances of being accepted before doing so. Get a pre-approval or pre-qualification if at all possible, because they frequently lead to a soft rather than a hard credit pull. Your credit score is unaffected by soft pulls. You don't want to risk lowering your score because of a denied application. Additionally, you should wait before applying for a sizable loan like a mortgage or applying for multiple credit cards in a short period of time. Making rate comparisons quickly will help you limit the number of hard inquiries you make when looking for a mortgage, auto loan, or personal loan. Within a certain time frame, only one hard inquiry will be made for applications for the same kind of loan. According to FICO, this time frame can range from 14 to 45 days. Number 6. Be patient. Your credit score won't change significantly overnight. The best way to get a high score is to establish sound long-term credit practices. The average age of the data and the oldest account on your report, in Alzheimer's opinion, are two important factors that affect your score. Before you reach the maximum credit limit in those categories, Alzheimer predicts that you will need to have credit for a few decades. A bad score can be improved over a very long period of time, but a good score can be destroyed in a very short period of time. You should gradually notice improvements in your credit score if you establish sound credit-building habits like timely payment of all balances, a low credit utilization rate, and the use of credit only when absolutely necessary. Number 7. Monitor your credit. A soft inquiry is made when you view your own credit, which has no impact on your credit, unlike hard inquiries. You can determine how well you're managing your credit and whether you need to make any changes by keeping an eye on the changes in your score every few months. Your credit score should not, however, be the only factor in any financial decisions you make. According to Jeff Richardson, spokesman for VantageScore, I wouldn't recommend hanging every decision on a credit score, but hanging every decision on what matters. The health of your family and your finances should be your top priorities. It's essential to keep a close eye on your credit reports and scores for the sake of your financial stability. Credit report suspicious activity is typically a sign of potential fraud. Keep an eye on your credit activity to minimize any harm that might result. That brings us to the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and let us know. And don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all of our new content. See you soon. Thanks for watching.